Hello Rage Quitters, this is TerminatorUK. I'm reporting live from Insomnia's i57. We're at the NEC in Birmingham. Today we're interviewing 8PACK, who's with Overclockers today. 8PACK, thank you very much for being with us. How are you enjoying i57?
Yeah, well, I'm enjoying so far. Just showing off a couple of my systems, a Supernova here and the brand new Asteroid LAN gaming PC there. And I'm enjoying talking to the customers, gaming a little bit, and obviously helping people with problems also.
Brilliant. What are you playing at the moment?
Well, I've been playing a little bit of Division, but more still playing Battlefield 4 with my mates online, and Project Cars, a little bit of Car Simulator. I enjoy that game also.
Oh, excellent. Project Cars need a pretty high-end system to run that then.
Yeah, of course, yeah. The system I'm running at home has two 980 Ti's in it, but the systems that I've brought here to the show are also good enough to run. This one here, the Supernova, has 4 Titan X. And the Asteroid LAN PC there has a 980 Ti. Of course, they're all overclock machines, so they can handle the games no problem.
Awesome, awesome. Must need a pretty hefty power supply to power all these graphics cards at once.
Yeah. Well, yeah, this machine here is 4-way Titan X, and it's using a PSU that I designed in conjunction with Superflower, which is a 2000 watt titanium spec PSU. The only 2000 watt commercially available titanium efficient PSU.
Excellent, excellent. Now, 8PACK's already told me that you can't do anything that's under NDA at the moment, which destroys half of my interview. However, we've still got some questions of products that we got released. So we were just talking before 8PACK about Intel's Skylake. So we were saying that the clock for clock is better, but not that much better overclocking results.
In terms of the actual frequencies reached, Skylake compared to Haswell or Devil's Canyon, it's very similar. The frequency you can reach when you're overclocking it on air, water, or indeed LN2. But because the process is more efficient, then you find that the scores or the frames per second are about between 5 and 10% better than previous generations. Obviously, you've switched to DDR4 memory as well, which offers increased bandwidth, and especially the Samsung B-Die DDR4 seems to be incredibly efficient when you're overclocking. So you can reach high frequency at quite low CAS latencies with that type of DDR4. But I think Intel with the Skylake could have done a better job of overall overclocking by removing the DDR3 memory controller, and certainly for high-end overclocking on the K SKU, maybe soldering the IHS, getting rid of this paste system, which is not getting rid of a lot of heat so well, and also getting rid of the integrated GPU. The high-end overclockers are not bothered about integrated GPU. They're all going to use a discrete graphics solution, so there's no need for that part to take up any part of the die and obviously produce heat.
I completely agree. I don't think we've seen a fused core since Ivy Bridge, is that correct?
No, even Ivy Bridge on the mainstream platform, all those were using this new paste, the paste situation, and everyone's noted that the thermal transfer is not that great. Before that, Sandy Bridge actually, which people were generally overclocking even on air or water to 5 gigahertz, had a soldered IHS, and that helped a lot to get rid of the heat. People now, to get rid of the heat, are de-lidding CPU using something like liquid metal, but obviously that invalidates their warranty immediately, and not something that I can advocate or suggest people should be doing.
No, absolutely not. Expensive hobby indeed. Yeah. What else have we got? So if somebody's got an i5 or an i7 at the moment, do you think it's a worthy upgrade to go to Skylake, or do you think it's worth waiting for something else?
Well, I mean, it really, if you're just a gamer, it's more about the GPU than the CPU anyway. But yeah, I mean, if you want to stay cutting edge and play the latest games at the highest possible frame rates, and your CPU is limiting you, then yeah, sure, it's worth the upgrade. Yeah, but only at the very top end.
Few percent performance difference then.
Yeah, a few percent, which some people obviously they do care about this. The professional gamers, the guys who are wanting to push the hardware to the absolute limit, and not only just push the hardware to the absolute limit, but just want the top grade performance. All my systems are currently Skylake systems or Haswell E. The X99 platform. I mean, what I think really is for people who need hyper threading for anything they're doing with their tasks, 6700K is not really the best way to go. Maybe 5820K, because that's got a 6-core 12-thread CPU, and it's very similar price to the 6700K. If you're just a gamer and you don't need hyper threading, then the 6600 i5 is the best option.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the i7 doesn't really give very much difference for games, does it?
No, not at all.
So one thing we were talking about just before the interview was they removed the integrated voltage regulator off the CPU back onto the board. Has that helped with temperatures as much?
Not really. No, I've not really noted much improvement in either overclocking top clocks or indeed temperatures either. Maybe a few degrees, but nothing like it. You'd say, wow, this has made such an improvement. Yeah. Any final words before we wrap up? Well, no, I've just enjoyed my time here at i57. People love the Supernova, especially because of the crazy amount of graphics cards in there, which is always fun to show people, and then they're so shocked that we actually are selling quite a few units with 4 graphics cards. And I'll be here at the next I-Series, and hopefully there'll be some new tech around then to talk about.
Brilliant. Everybody likes water cooling, multiple graphics cards and flashy lights, definitely.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you very much for your time, APAC. Hope you enjoy the rest of the event. And this has been TerminatorUK from ragekitters.co.uk. Thank you for watching.
Thanks.